Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. Now we have got some massive news. Absolutely huge, particularly for console players. I haven't been this happy since I found out you could get a bacon double cheeseburger with 3 burgers. It is that good news. It is slots. I'm not talking about the ones in a casino. I'm talking about slots on console, Farming Simulator 22. To put it quite simply, they're going up, and by a lot. Let's have a look at what they've said. Good news for everyone playing on consoles. Whether you play on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, Xbox One or Xbox Series S or X, we increased the number of available slots. That means you can have even more vehicles, tools and other items on your farm. A lot more. Right. Now, if you play on PC, then slots isn't really an issue for you, and this is what they go on to in the next bit. Every vehicle or tool, for example, uses a set amount of so-called slots. The limit of slots is defined by the console. Why just consoles, you ask? Well, as you know, every PC is different. The amount of items a PC can handle is individual, but technically there is no limit if your PC is strong enough. On PC, slots are primarily handled via the RAM. It's different for consoles as you can't upgrade them. Each respective console has a slot limit that defines how many vehicles, tools and other in-game items can be processed at one time. Excellent. You know, it's straight to the point. You know, not everybody plays on console, not everyone plays on PC, so I think we can all get on board. The more that you can have on any given game station, the better. Right, so what it says next. More slots, less usage. With Farming Simulator 22, we tried to make everything more efficient when it comes to slots, even on the older consoles from the last generation, so Xbox One and PS4. First of all, there are more slots available in Farming Simulator 22 compared to Simulator 19, even on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Secondly, we didn't just raise the amount of available slots, we reduced the slot usage of various items too. That raises the amount of items your console can handle even more. Like before, if you buy the same machine or tool more than once, every additional one will only require 1 slot. So that's always been something to factor into your farm. You know, if you're on a map, say that's got a high slot count, say like Chellington Valley, that's got a ridiculously high slot count, very detailed mind you, but still a high slot count. You know, get around that by having the same tractor. You know, you need 2 tractors. Yeah, you take the hit on the first one on a high slot count, but the second one's only 1. So, you know, you use that combination to get around that to play on more detailed maps. This, however, should mean you don't have to make that compromise. Right then, so what are we actually looking at for slots? So they give a little infographic here. So for Farming Simulator 19, across the board, you had 1,299 slots, whether you played on PlayStation or Xbox One, regardless, 1,299 slots. Going forward into 22, if you're playing on old generation or the last generation, so PS4 and Xbox One, that is going up to 2,749 slots. That is an increase, like they say there, of 112%. That is more than double the amount that you can have on the last gen tech. That is brilliant. I know I say a lot of brilliance in these videos, but this, yeah, I play on Xbox One at the moment because I've tried to get hold of a Series X and they're like unicorn poo, to be fair. You know, you just can't get hold of one. So this specifically for me is brilliant, more than double. That being said, if you have got hold of the next gen kit, PS5 or one of the Xbox Series Xboxes, it goes up to 5,155 slots. That is an increase from Farming Simulator 19 to 22 of 300%. That is nearly 4 times the amount of what you could have on 19. Nearly 4 times. Just think how many tractors, harvesters, plows, planters, seed, whatever your mind can imagine. Just think how many more, or how different a variety you can have with 300% more. If someone was to say to you, you got your monthly wage, we're going to increase that by 300%. Do you know how much more that is? That's ridiculous amount. Ridiculous. Brilliant. Right then, carrying on. Slot usage up to 70% more efficient. So as well as the slot count going up, they're also lowering the slots for some of the individual items. They give it an example here. The more efficient slot usage allows for even more available items on your farm. Let's take a look at the Class Action 900 TT, for example. We reduced its slot usage by 70%. They've reduced it by, that's ace. Right. Instead of 40 slots in Farming Simulator 19, it uses only 12 in 22. 12. Oh, quality. We reduced the acquired slots for various vehicles and tools. The Fendt Vario, for example, uses around 40% less slots in Farming Simulator 22. Not all of them might benefit from a significant reduction of slots requirements, though. It depends on the machine. So, this, they've used the example of the Class Action and the Fendt Vario. It's not going to be the only two that they've reduced the slot count. You can guarantee that. They've done this whole blog post on it. There's going to be more vehicles, more tools that are going to have a reduced slot count. You can guarantee that. Not just going to do it on 2. That's just a waste of time. But this, for consoles, this is like, it's always been the defining thing about console is slot count. You go into you watch any YouTuber that does mod reviews, they always mention the slot count because it's a big issue for console players, especially if you have a lot of equipment, a lot of machinery, a lot of tractors, a lot of tools, whatever. It is a big issue. That being said, it does lead me to come to a question. With the slot count going up on every console, regardless of whether it's last gen or next gen, with the better graphics and the new game coming out, is the slots for the base map gonna make the slot count going up irrelevant? Now, it's just something I thought, nobody's mentioned anything, so I'm not dissing on anybody or nothing like that, but that does mean, can you cut a balance? If you're a map maker, can you cut a balance between using all those extra slots to give better quality map? Are people going to go for it? That's something that you map makers need to have a look at. Do you think, answer in the comments below, do you think this is going to make a big deal to console players? Because bearing in mind that we've now got cross-platform, so you can play with your friends on PC. So if they've got a Christmas shopping list of mods that they've got downloaded, you can have loads as well. So that's going to make it even better. And even if it doesn't use the whole extra allocation of slots, you're still going to have better maps, better graphics, better sell points, better details. This is going to be epic. Absolutely epic. Less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks yesterday. Farming Simulator 22 comes out on the 22nd of November. Less than 2 weeks. That being said, you can still order on the pre-order, and if you do that, you get the Class Xerion Saddle Track Pack, with the tractor and the sprayer on the back. You can, if you're on Xbox and PC, order the season pass, the year 1 season pass on the pre-order. You can get that on PlayStation on the day of release, and it does come out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Mac, PC and Google Stadia. So what they didn't mention, actually saying that, is the slot count for Google Stadia. They mentioned consoles but not. Maybe they'll release that in a later blog. That being said, we've mentioned a triple burger. That's made me hungry, so I'm off to Burger King now to get me something to eat, and I will see you in the next one.